All right, I've got six reversals for you here today. Two of them are kind of a side tangent that Tore went on discussing Bitcoin and a potential security flaw that could be exploited, and she's describing ways that there could be to get around that. She's describing a concern brought up by Edward Snowden that the blockchain might be emulated and that could cause problems. She's also discussing how AI could be used to circumvent that issue. I think. I could be wrong about that. Forgive me if I am. So here she is talking a bit about that.
So now I've reduced the size, which is easily identifiable.
And the reversal that comes up is wool bay off in a day. Once again, the reversal is wool bay off in a day.
Well, way off on a day.
All right, wool bay off in a day. That's a kind of interesting one. I think this is a kind of roundabout, somewhat cryptic way of talking about a wolf in sheep's clothing. Um, so if there was a wolf hiding among the sheep, it would have wool all over it, right? So wool bay off, meaning a bay is a noise that a wolf could make. So a wolf bays, all of a sudden it's apparent that that wool around it is fake. The disguise of the wool is off, and it happens in a day, which means quick. So what she's saying is there is a solution to this potential security risk, and it's somewhat simple, and it's using AI, which is something probably not to be afraid of. But and it's not as powerful or sentient like people think. But anyway, on to reversal number two. And in this next reversal, it's going to be the same topic, almost the same introduction, but just a little bit expanded size-wise. Here we go.
Right? So now I've reduced the size, which is easily identifiable, the words, right? The color, but the color is not accurate because it has like little grids. So now I go down another percentage to make it so accurate. Oh,
And this second reversal is C assets to nirvanas. Once again, C assets to nirvanas.
the assets to your values.
The assets to Nirvana's. The assets to Nirvana's.
All right, as I listen to this reversal, I'm wondering if I didn't make a mistake with the last S at the end. I'm thinking, what if I clipped out the S and just made the reversal C assets to nirvana? Um, I guess this is another what I would consider congruent reversal, and it also kind of shows that she truly believes deep down that she might have found out what a genuine flaw might be in Bitcoin security, and furthermore, how to address it and circumvent that potential flaw being exposed. I mean, if what she's describing here is true, then I guess it's not really a flaw, and there's really nothing to expose because the tools to defeat it seem readily available. Another way of interpreting this reversal could be TWO, two nirvanas. So maybe leave the S on nirvana and make two the number two instead of two. So, I mean, that would make it even more cryptic. And I have to admit, I'm not really absolutely sure about my interpretation of this reversal. So please let me know in the comments what you think or what it could be other than what I've described. On to the next. And in this next clip, what we have is a shift of topic from Bitcoin, security, and Snowden and AI to non-biological entities. Jsnip asked her a very specific question, and that was, have you ever had an encounter with something that's not human? She says, we all have every day if you're in front of a screen or a computer, especially, I guess. Um, so what she's saying is that if you refresh the YouTube tab 5 times, that there is something residing in the computer that supposedly will interface with your mind somehow and bring you something that's from your head or from your intent somehow. That's the best I can describe it. Let me let her describe it for herself before we actually get into the reversal. Here's Tori speaking forwards.
okay.
Stupid stuff.
Right. But what is not according to the themes that were there before? That may be the same, but it's just a little different and intriguing. You'd be like, oh, let me see what that is.
Let me read some of these.
I mean, you don't have to tell me, but you can recognize it yourself. Algorithm has a funny way of telling you how to And it's not the regular algorithm. So there's like a reset.
Alrighty, and the reversal that results from that forward speech is see, wrong answer this. Once again, see, wrong answer this.
See, wrong answer this.
See, wrong answer this. See, wrong answer this. See, wrong answer this.
So that reversal we just heard, see, wrong answer this, I think that's an incongruent reversal, which shows that not necessarily that she's lying, but that a part of her mind knows that it might not be the correct answer. I'm not saying she doesn't believe it or think that it's real, but I think her mind is revealing that there's a part of her that understands, at least on a subconscious level, that that's probably not happening. And I guess I'll say as an afterthought that the reversal sounds a little bit stuffy, like someone talking with a cold or something like that, but I do think it's a valid reversal. And it's really best heard on the slowest speed. So, with that being said, on to reversal number 4. Same topic.
Being prompted right now to tell you guys this. And it's about this big tidal wave he saw, coming. And I've had dreams about that actually too. But out of all the stuff I've been looking at lately, like that's not a that one shouldn't have been over here.
Yeah.
And yet it popped up, and I go, and I could feel it when I saw it. I go, oh, I need to
see that.
See that right now.
So 5 is like usually the latency, because when you refresh, the algorithm resets to prompt self again.
And the reversal that comes up is nag a fuss. Once again, nag a fuss.
Nag a fuss.
Nag a fuss. Nag a fuss.
I'm going to go ahead and personally take this reversal as an indication that what she's portraying might not be true, and there's a part of her mind that knows that that might not be true. On to the next reversal. Same topic, but Jsnip4 weighs in this time.
Being prompted right now to tell you guys this. And it's about this big tidal wave he saw, coming. And I've had dreams about that actually too. But out of all the stuff I've been looking at lately, like that's not a that one shouldn't have been over here.
And the reversal that goes with this is bull on the stag, I'll deal eel. Once again, bull on the stag, I'll deal eel.
Bull on the stag, I'll deal eel.
Bull on the stag, I'll deal eel. Bull on the stag, I'll deal eel. Bull on the stag, I'll deal eel.
So yeah, that reversal is a real doozy. Those metaphors all packed up into one. The reversal once again was bull on the stag, I'll deal eel. So bull is not in the metaphor dictionary that I have, the reverse speech one anyway. And neither is stag. Eel is, and I'll get to that. But first of all, let's take a look at what bull could be a metaphor for. So I decided to enlist AI in helping me find this. AI can serve lots of functions. It could be like a graphic arts team at your disposal. It could be like a composer that's going to compose something that sounds cool, but no one's ever heard before. Or it could be a research team that gets lightning quick information from you. So I've commandeered AI for the moment as my lightning quick research team, my metaphor team, so to speak. So I asked Google Gemini AI, hi, can you give me a detailed analysis of what a bull is a metaphor for? Okay, so strength and power is one, fertility and abundance, determination and perseverance, aggression and danger, as well as masculinity and sexuality. Examples of a bull as a metaphor. A strong-willed individual. A person described as a bull-headed is often seen as determined, persistent, and perhaps stubborn. A powerful force or a dangerous opponent. I think that a strong-willed individual might apply to this, but let's go on. So I also asked, hi, can you give me a detailed analysis of what a stag could be a metaphor for? So the stag, with its graceful yet powerful form, has been a potent symbol across cultures. Okay, and the core meanings, core metaphorical meanings, I should say. Masculinity and virility, freedom and independence, nobility and grace, vulnerability, spiritual and psychic awareness. Okay, let's go on with the stag. Okay, the stag in different contexts. Let's go to examples of the stag as a metaphor. a free spirit, a noble leader, a vulnerable soul. Okay. And, okay, so the next question I asked AI was, thanks, but instead could you tell me how I might interpret the phrase bull on a stag in the metaphorical sense? And could your analysis be as detailed as the previous two answers? So interpreting a bull on a stag, a metaphorical analysis. The phrase bull on a stag presents an intriguing juxtaposition of two powerful animal symbols. To interpret this metaphor, we must consider the individual meanings of each animal and how they interact in the context of the phrase. Unnatural alliance or hybridity seems to be the conclusion that was reached in this metaphorical analysis. A more unconventional interpretation could suggest a strange or unnatural combination of qualities. It might symbolize a person or entity with contradictory characteristics, such as being both aggressive and graceful, powerful and vulnerable. Or it could represent a partnership or combination of forces that is unexpected or unusual. So I suppose the way I'm dealing bull on the stag would be a kind of out of control aspect of one's nature imposing itself upon a more noble nature. Now, the key is all deal eel. At the end, all deal eel. And what is an eel? I think the definition of eel that most closely applies to what I'm seeing here is to cleverly deceive oneself to be in denial. So the nature of the forward conversation was Jsnip saying, I'm not sure I noticed anything different after that fifth click. And then maybe I think I could maybe think of something that was unique once, or that I see here that's unique that might tap into something that I really would like to talk about that wasn't there on the previous 4 clicks. And what I'm getting from this reversal is that could be a little bit of self-denial. That's the best I can interpret it. This was a long interpretation. If you made it to the end, bless you.